Hey, I'm John Long with Ardent Real Estate Group, and we're going to talk about California wanting to get rid of Prop 13. So California wants to change Prop 13. So what is Prop 13 for some of you that don't know? So back in 1978, Prop 13 came into effect where before they could raise the taxes on your home's value. If it went up to, you bought it for $100,000 and it went up to $120,000, they can now tax you on that rate of, the assessed value if it got assessed at $120 that next year. But Prop 13 limited the ability for you to get taxed on that higher rate, so at a max of 2%. So if you bought it for $100,000, if it increased in value to $120,000, they can only increase the taxes on you to about $102,000. So your property taxes, what you would pay each year, would only go up by a small amount, and it was limited. So they're talking about right now getting rid of Prop 13, but in a different part. So instead of it affecting residential properties, right now they're talking about getting rid of it for commercial properties. So one thing you got to think of is if you were a commercial property owner and you bought a commercial property for, let's say, $1 million back in the 70s, and now today it's worth $5-6 million, that's going to affect your business. It's going to affect your bank account. You might have some financial problems with that much higher payment in taxes. So you got to think about that. And, whether you own a commercial property or not, when it goes to voting, that's something definitely to think about. But the problem, what a lot of people see is usually a trend in California, is they'll start off with commercial this cycle, and then next cycle for voting, they're going to say, okay, now we want to put it on, get rid of it for multifamily and rental properties. And then from there, then they'll start attacking the residential properties, our primary residence. So here's some math to think about. So my grandma bought her home in the 70s for $35,000. Today, her property tax is $1,200 a month. She's living off of Social Security, which is like $2,500 a month. If the Prop 13 went away for her primary residence, she would be going from $100 a month in property taxes to almost $800 a month in property taxes. So that would have definitely a negative effect on a lot of homeowners. And, think about that in the future if it ever goes that way. It's definitely something to educate yourself. Don't just go out and vote and just, mark the ballot, however way. Educate yourself on this, because Prop 13 could definitely have a huge effect on the residential market in the future, and also the commercial properties this cycle around. So if you have any questions or want more information, feel free to reach out to me, John Long, Ardent Real Estate Group. Talk to you soon.